Little Steve, all those years ago, how did he imagine this?
Well, I'll tell you, when I was 7, 8 years old, I remember there was a big snowstorm. I grew up outside of Boston, and there was a blizzard of 69, and that hooked me. Wow, look at all this snow, and I'm only a little guy, right? And I remember my parents, they were all wrong. They couldn't forecast it. They blew it, and I'm going, wow. I mean, my parents everybody was talking about this storm, and that hooked me.
College.
Yep.
Vermont.
Linden State College in northern Vermont, tiny little liberal arts college with a whole bunch of meteorology majors. I actually couldn't get a job when I graduated. I decided to work for a small radio company in New Hampshire. And then I was there for probably 6 or 8 months. My buddy up in Bangor, Maine called me and said, Steve, Mike Syka, he's out in Buffalo now, he still works. Mike goes, hey, I'm leaving, you might want to apply for the job. And I go, well, it's a tiny little city up in northern Maine, and I drove up there, and they gave me a chance. And then from there I went to Springfield, Mass. You worked in Springfield. We worked at the same station.
Yeah.
Different times. And I was there for about 6 years, and then ended up here in 1989.
You care about what you do. You care about keeping people safe. And I think the biggest example or best example I can think of is during the telethon, when the weather was changing like that.
That was a Children's Miracle Network telethon back then. It was a Memorial Day weekend. And we could see these thunderstorms developing, and you're raising money for an unbelievable cause, and you just knew it was bad. It was not easy to do, to go in to the telethon and say you have to cancel the telethon. We have to do more than just a cut-in. We have to go in and continuously talk about. This is going to be a storm that could possibly kill people.
It is wicked. It's scary.
Well, it twisted the house around. My wife and my son, we were in the door frame when the house was shaking.
I remember here, running around the building, there was a tornado up by the Albany airport on the north runway. And the pressure was changing here. And you could see the big windows going in and out as the winds were blowing around the building at about 60, 70 miles an hour. And I was screaming, get away. Get away from the windows, get in the hallway, because we had a lot of people here.
So there are the days that you're in the studio seeing that, telling people, and then there are the Western Mass tornadoes, and you're reporting from the damage after.
Yeah, and it turned out to be an F4. Back then it was rated an F4, over 250 mile an hour winds. That makes you humble to the fact of how important your job is, because you see stuff like that and you realize, maybe I warned somebody to get out of the way. Maybe somebody's life was saved.